Two glass-encased skyscrapers stretching for nearly 110 miles across a desert. A linear smart city that's set to house almost 9 million people. A futuristic walled city that is taller than the Empire State Building. Nope, we're not talking about 3 different projects here. All of this awesomeness is part of a revolutionary architecture project envisioned by the Saudi Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman. First announced in January 2021, this giga project called The Line is set to reshape urban housing. And how? According to Wall Street Journal, the line is slated to be the world's largest structure, with 2 500-meter high and 200-meter wide skyscrapers running parallel to each other for 110 miles, across terrain that has coastal, desert, as well as mountainous landscapes. The 2 skyscrapers, which by the way are slated to be taller than the world-famous Empire State Building, will be connected by walkways and will feature lavish interiors with stairwells, greenery, and homes to accommodate 9 million people. That is roughly 25% of Saudi Arabia's current population of 35.5 million. This translates into an average population density of 670,000 per square mile. Just to put things into perspective here, the average population density of Manila is 110,000 per square mile, and it's the world's most densely populated city. If that isn't mind-boggling enough, the ultimate aim of the project is to create a linear community that is self-sufficient as well as highly sustainable. Self-sufficient because the project aims to feed the residents through vertical farming integrated into the walls of the skyscrapers. In case you don't know what that is, vertical farming is a method of growing crops in vertically stacked layers. Farming is done in a controlled environment using techniques like aquaponics, hydroponics, and aeroponics that don't require soil at all. Interesting, isn't it? Now back to the line. The line is also going to be super sustainable, thanks to its cutting-edge design that eliminates the use of cars and roads, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. Yep, you heard that right. 0 carbon emissions. How is that even possible, you ask? Well, the entire structure will be designed in such a manner that the residents will be able to run errands within a 5-minute walk. And if they wish to commute further, they'll have access to a high-speed underground train that will take them from one end of the city to the other in just 20 minutes. Now let's take a moment to understand what this actually means. A zero-car environment obviously means 0 pollution. Also, drastically reduced commuting time will ensure the residents get more time to focus on stuff that actually matters, like family and friends. What's even more amazing is that such a sustainable transport system will eliminate expenses like car insurance, fuel, and parking, which means higher disposable income for the residents. And if that's not enough, the city will be entirely powered by renewable energy. Further, the city's tall walls will enclose landscaped gardens, trees, and other plant life, recreational areas, and reportedly a sports stadium at a height of 1,000 feet. It's rumored that the entire city will be monitored by artificial intelligence, and it will have a temperate, regulated climate throughout the year, thanks to its calculated mix of shade, sunlight, and ventilation. And there will also be a marina for boats. In addition, the green open spaces throughout the city are sure to enhance the comfort for those living and working here. When complete, the line will run eastward, from the Gulf of Aqaba in the Red Sea, into a mountain range, and then further up to the city of Tabuk. Because of its phenomenal length, the building will sit on struts, taking the Earth's curvature into consideration. The entire project is being designed by a US-based firm named Morphosis Architects, although it's believed that several other top design and engineering consultancies are also involved. The project management has made many of these architects sign confidentiality agreements. That's the reason you'll see no reference to the line on any of their websites. Now, in case you're wondering how feasible it is to build a project this gigantic in size, the architects have proposed to build it in stages. The entire structure will be broken down into 135 modules, each of them around 800 meters in length and 500 meters in height. These modules will then connect to form the line. As we already discussed earlier, the line project is the brainchild of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. With this modern living project, the prince hopes to transform the kingdom from the world's biggest oil exporter to an economic powerhouse. However, the project's sheer extravagance, scale, and various manifestations over the last few years have aroused mixed reactions from the industry experts. Some analysts wonder if the residents will be willing to live in such people-dense, high-rise buildings after the pandemic. Some are of the opinion that the project is way too ambitious, and some even wonder if it will actually get off the ground. But naysayers aside, the prince is very optimistic about the project. In his own words, the line puts human first, providing an unprecedented urban living experience while preserving nature. He expects the country to attract more and more citizens and wants them to experience living in vertically layered communities, as opposed to the traditional flat horizontal cities. He also announced that this project will provide employment opportunities to hundreds of thousands of people. In addition, it's estimated that the line will contribute $48 billion to domestic GDP by 2030. The construction of this megacity is already underway and is expected that the first batch of residents will move in by 2030. All of this, however, is coming at a humongous cost, both in monetary and environmental terms. It's estimated that the building cost of the line will be more than $200 billion, with some estimates going as high as $1 trillion. And despite the city's claims of being environment-friendly and carbon neutral, some environmentalists labeled the entire project dystopian and pointed out that it will majorly influence migratory bird patterns due to its sheer size and length. The glass exteriors of the skyscrapers are likely to confuse birds and impact their migration. It's also said that some well-known architects have disassociated themselves from the project, following human rights and environmental concerns. Since the project is being constructed in the middle of a desert, it has caused the displacement of the Huaytat indigenous tribe. Reportedly, some tribals were not keen on leaving the land they had been calling home for centuries, but they were removed nevertheless. Interestingly, the line is part of the Saudi Kingdom's massive flagship business and tourism development project on the Red Sea coast, called Neom. Spread across an area of whopping 26,500 square kilometers, Neom is speculated to be around the size of Massachusetts upon completion. 4 other mega projects, namely Neom Bay, Aqaba Region, Neom Mountain, and Neom Industrial City, are intended to surround the line. Another innovative project called the Vault, which is basically a resort built into a mountainside, will also be part of Neom. Now, if Neom is the body, the line is its heart. The line will be the epicenter for all activities in Neom, with its opera houses and libraries, to stadiums and universities. And of course, it will be the primary home for most of the population of Neom. Now, the bottom line is that a project like this has never been attempted before in history. Although the idea of solving urban problems by creating a city from scratch isn't new, it's been put to practice in countries like India and Malaysia, that built planned cities like Chandigarh and Putrajaya, respectively. But the idea of layering city functions vertically while giving people the possibility of moving up, down, or across seamlessly to access them is totally new. This concept is referred to as zero-gravity urbanism. Let us explain this a bit. For instance, if you are in Module 30 of the line and you want to go to the movies in Module 35, you don't have to go down to go across and then go up. You can just go directly across at whatever height to the movie theater. With the line, Prince bin Salman wants to create an extravagant yet sustainable housing project that is as iconic and timeless as the pyramids of Egypt. In fact, he claims to the line being the world's most livable city by far. He said the line is committed to a civilizational revolution that puts humans first. It puts forth extremely interesting ideas regarding alternative ways to live and challenges the traditional horizontal cities. It does all of this while also delivering equitable living. This means that no matter what job you're in or what amount of money you earn, you get across to the same amenities and everything is the same proximity to you and everyone else. Doesn't this sound wonderful? Now, we're not sure how this mega project will shape up years from now or whether it will truly revolutionize the way humans live. But one thing is undisputed. Living in the desert hasn't ever looked so enticing. Do you agree with us, or do you think this project is more hype and less substance? If you enjoyed this video and would like to view more such fascinating construction stories, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Ready to be amazed by the next groundbreaking construction project? Click on the video now and dive into a world where engineering and imagination collide. See you there.